Hello everybody! I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I thought I would go over a question that a subscriber asked me that has kind of made me think about the way that I grow my orchids. Do you move your orchids around? That was the question. And I thought, well, now that is a really interesting question because a lot of people say don't move your orchids around. Choose a spot for them and let that be their spot. I have never really been able to do that, and I'll kind of tell you why. Some orchids really do like having their own little spot, their own little growing space. But I found that there's sometimes when it is better to move them around. I have 4 different growing areas in my house. I have my back porch, which is for warm growers, like my Dendrobiums and my Vandas. I have the first floor where I put most of my phals. This is a growing room on my first floor. And it's also really good for my other orchids that are in bloom, because when you move your orchids to a slightly cooler location when they're blooming, the blooms just last longer. So, and then upstairs I place some of my phals that are just kind of in a rest mode, that they're getting a little bit more humidity up there and it's a little bit warmer up there. So I do kind of move mine around. I'm going to give you a for instance here. My Cattleya is now on my first floor in front of a western facing window, and it gets a lot of light here. It normally grows upstairs in an eastern facing window, but it gets a lot of southern exposure as well. This bloom cycle has lasted a lot longer because I moved it from my second floor down to my first floor where it's cooler. This one has been in bloom now for months because the blooms have stayed cooler. Also, my Vanda, that you know has this wonderful spike. Yay! That's what it looks like now. I moved my Vanda in from my back porch. As you know, the back porch gets western and southern exposure as well. I moved this one inside before it started blooming, before the spike got too long on it, because I don't want it to bud blast. I don't think the blooms are going to last very long out there because it's between 80 and 85 degrees out there, and I want these blooms to last a good long time. So I brought it in. The other thing is one of my Dendrobiums was spiking, and it got really hot on my back porch and I wasn't watching it, and I had bud blast on that spike. Yes, I did. The reason I'm telling you that is because I would rather share with you my mistakes so that you don't make the same mistake. It just got too hot out there, and I should have brought that Dendrobium in as soon as it started spiking, is what I'm going to do from now on. If any of you have any other ideas on that, you can let me know, but that whole spike, the buds blasted. So I believe that when you keep them in your house at a pretty constant temperature is probably the best thing to do. But I think that when you change them around in your house, I really don't think that there's a problem with that. As a matter of fact, I've had really good results for years doing that, you know, bringing down the orchids from my second floor, which of course is, you know, it's warmer up there than it is on my first floor because heat rises. And as you see, this Cattleya has been in bloom for a good long time. I'd say this has been in bloom now for 4 months, and upstairs it would not have lasted that long. So that kind of just gives you some ideas on my perspective and my experience on that issue. So I hope that helps you. And you all have a great day and be highly favored, deeply loved, and greatly blessed. And we'll see you all next time.